What did the Grinch give Alvin the Chipmunk for Christmas? A hula hoop. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Thursday, and welcome back to the Grinch. I feel like my voice cracked on that joke. Welcome back to the Grinch, our continued first playthrough, blind playthrough. We are 4 worlds into the game, working on World 5 tonight, and hopefully, I don't know how big the game is, but I hope we're going to make it through, because it's really not that good. It's not the worst thing. It's an all... They had an alright concept for what they wanted to make, but it's executed very poorly. It controls very poorly and is thus very frustrating to play. But we'll just try to get into it here quickly. Welcome in first, though. We've got EpiPen first in chat tonight, followed by Dead Zergling. Welcome in, welcome in. We've got a handful of lurkers as well. Welcome in all. Here kind of Zergling says, I truly loathe my computer lately. Random freezes can upset me a bit. I completely understand. It's really irritating when technology does not work as it's supposed to. I hope you're able to do something about that. His 2 front teeth detached from his mouth. Oh no. I'm pretty sure he already had those. A lot of people have their their own various opinions on which Christmas songs are. Oh no, we haven't even seen this. We haven't even seen this character as an option in the password yet. Which Christmas songs are least beneficial to building up their sense of holiday spirit? And I gotta say, for me, it's probably anything by Alvin and the Chipmunks. Those are the Christmas songs that I would be okay going the whole season without hearing. Alright, so we've actually cleared Scene 5-1. We were up to Scene 5-2 last night, but I just ran out of time for the stream, and I knew it would mean I'd have to redo this stage, but... now that we know how to do it, I don't think it'll be so horrible to reconquer. Chozo Brain, welcome in. Do you guys think the Grinch uses human or dog shampoo? Or who shampoo, I guess, yeah. I mean, if you were... If you were, like, the Grinch... The Grinch isn't just regular, like... The Grinch isn't just a regular, like, hairy guy, right? Like he actually grows fur. Right? So I think you would need... I think you would need a product designed for fur. If I were the Grinch, I would have dreadlocks, Chozo says. I think the Grinch uses what sauce? Oh my. Green chili verde style, Zergling says. I think most of the description that we're given of the Grinch seems to indicate that bathing is not really something that he does all that often. At all, though, so... I don't use shampoo. For those interested in my routine, I'm a plain bar of ivory soap kind of guy. One bar of soap, head to toe. Does the job well enough for me. So, you would maybe think that... What do you even mean? I mean, I don't know, if that's directed at me, I don't know how to even... I don't even know how to clarify further. Thank you for the 3-stream watch streak. You would think that in a situation like this, that, like, those obstacles that are in the middle of the ice, like, if you, like, when you go into the ice, you should slide up until you hit that, and then you would stop, and that obstacle would be an opportunity for you to change direction. Like, I expect this to work the same way the block pushing puzzle in Ocarina of Time in the Ice Palace works. So, like, if you slide into one of these things, that's your opportunity to change direction in the middle of the ice. It doesn't work like that. When you're sliding, when you hit one of these, you automatically bounce off in a different direction, a predetermined different direction, which is just chosen by the game and doesn't necessarily make sense with the layout here. Because, like, when you hit one of these, you should have an equal chance of going either left or right, but you will only go which direction has already been predetermined, and there's no indication of what that might be ahead of time. I don't like it. I don't like this ice. How do you not use shampoo? Just because I use this, I just use regular soap. I just use I just lather up my hair with the foam from the same bar of soap that I use for everything else. Yeah, one bar of soap per shower. I take very thorough showers. My showers are 7 hours long because I can't get out until until I've used up the entire bar of soap. I didn't know you could do that. The shampoo companies have been gouging me for years. Well, you might get different results. I don't know, depending on, like, what kind of soap you're using and what you want your hair to be like when you're done. Hey, Dollar Phil, thank you for the 15 stream streak. Very much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. I know you were playing Ice Climber the other night. I lurked a little bit. I didn't want to hang around too much because it was an inconvenient time for me, and also because I think I want to play Ice Climber myself someday, so I didn't want to see too much of it. But I hope it treated you well. We finished Jump King, and then I discovered Rock and Roll Climber, and like I think I really like games about vertical ascent. So Ice Climber was another one that I was like, oh yeah, I need to conquer that mountain. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I ducked instead of jumping. Have you played Kid Icarus? That one's been on my list for ages. No, I haven't. I thought I might play it this year, but I didn't get around to it. I was playing games themed around ancient Greece for a while, and so I thought if I finished enough of them quickly enough, that would be one of them to get to, but I got stuck in Herc's Adventure for so long that the month that I was dedicating to that project ran out way too quick. I definitely want to play that one though. It was pretty cool. One of these days I want to actually finish it. Kid Icarus is good, though it's a B-team game for sure. It's better than the Z-team stuff that I'm usually playing, though, right? It's made by the same team that did Metroid. I also want to play the original Metroid at some point. I've dabbled in that in the past, in the pre-stream days, but I've never had a full playthrough. As much as I love Metroid, the original Metroid is a mid-game. I can't really say where I would rank it yet, having not gone through the full experience. I think there's a good chance I'll end up really liking it. I kind of like what I've played of it. I don't like everything about it, but there's more to it I like than that I don't. What did I even do? Uh-oh. If I duck, there's a barking ability. I didn't know I had this ability last night. I can knock all the enemies down whenever I want, just by barking. Well, this is ridiculous. I just erased all the challenge from the game. You move real slow when you do that, so if I do it too much, I'll run out of time. That's the downside, but... And the timer is really strict in this game. But it's pretty crazy that this is even a thing. Oh yeah. So because of that, when I was playing Metroid, again in the pre-stream days, I was playing with permadeath because I was so annoyed with having to refill my health bar every time. Like, it was so slow and annoying that I had more fun just restarting the game from scratch every time. Uh-oh. And I got pretty good at the first, like, third of the game. I don't really know how much I was playing. Because I don't know how big the whole game is. Oh, okay. So once they're activated, that doesn't work anymore. Let's go. No, I've never beat Metroid EpiPen. I've only played the first. I was just saying, I only played the first quarter to third of it. I don't know how big the game is. I've never made it all the way through. Um, yeah, one day we'll play it on the stream. I think that probably won't happen until I get a new computer because I really want to be able to switch to a dedicated camera to share the map that I know I'm going to have to draw as I play. And I want to be able to switch camera angles to share my map drawing progress. I can't do that now because the computer that I'm working on cannot handle an extra webcam plugged in. It's maxed out on devices. I've tried all kinds of things to add another webcam to it, and it just can't do it. I've got to have a more powerful computer. The video capture and the one webcam are all it can handle. But someday I'll get a better computer, and then I'll have a webcam over my desk for a different camera angle. Uh, the Metroid series is so. Hey, Sparrow, welcome in. Great to have you here. And why am I Doppel Frownie? Because my hat is because my hat has the sinister black trim. Oh, I was thinking like doppelganger. I was thinking you were implying I was Frownie's evil twin. Oh, we've got a raid coming in. I better pause. Welcome in, raiders. Mr. Sojiro, thank you for the raid. Very grateful to have you come this way. Shoutouts are in order. If I could just type. Welcome in Incendiaric. Thank you for coming along. Welcoming in Wandering Vagabond. Pleasure to have you here as well. Hope you had a fantastic stream tonight. Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. There's a name I recognize. Welcome in. Thank you for coming along. Mr. Sojiro was trying to tell me the Commodore 64 doesn't exist, and now my feelings are hurt. Oh no. Oh, to be fair, the Commodore 64 does feel like a fever dream. I can understand someone playing games on the C64 and walking away thinking that couldn't have really happened, right? I hope you had a fantastic stream. I think you've been playing Secret of Mana lately. If I'm not misremembering the thumbnails, I know you've been playing something that I can't be spoiled on because I can't. I've seen you live, and I've thought, oh, I can't watch that game because I haven't played it yet. But I have watched and enjoyed Mr. Sojiro's streams. He does retro achievements. Not that long ago, well, it's been a little while now. Did my favorite game of all time, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That was a lot of fun. Finished out Shenmue tonight. I haven't played that one. I know a bit about what it's like. Kind of a quirky adventure a game. I know a bit of its reputation. Mana was about a week back, so it was recently. Super G&G was rough, but we got there. I mean, it's a brutal game, but it was a lot of fun going on that adventure with you. So you've said that did you say you finished? You finished Shenmue. I'm guessing you finished Mana. You said it was about a weekish back. Could I ask what are you working on, or what is coming up soon? You don't have to share if you are keeping it a surprise, but just beat Shenmue. Wasn't doing the RA on it. Fair enough. Vibes the game with a lot of jank. But I love it. Nostalgia helps, though. I don't plan it out. I just wing it. Fair enough. I rarely know what I'm going to be doing, one or two games in advance. Oh. The C64 had 30,000 games, and they're all terrible, but also amazing. Oh. So my very first video games were all Commodore 64 games. My dad had a C64, and so when people ask what my first video game was, I usually say Ghostbusters on the Commodore 64, which is probably maybe true. I don't know. Video games have always been a part of my life, so I don't have a specific memory of the first time I sat down in front of a game and played it. But I know my earliest games were Ghostbusters and Donkey Kong, Duck Hunt, no, not Jungle Hunt, Congo Bongo, Apple Cider Spider, a lot of like platformer type games on the C64, with the exception of Ghostbusters, which is the answer I give because it's maybe true and is the funniest answer because that game's extremely bogus. Um, oh yeah, no worries, Mr. Sojiro. Thank you again for the raid. Very grateful to have you come by. Always good to see you. I'm sure our paths will cross again. But yeah, after the stream, of course, go take care of yourself. Definitely. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. The thing about the Commodore 64 is I come across other people who are fans of the C64, and they tell me all the games that they played on it that they loved, and the library is so huge that I've never even heard of any of them. uh, it's not like the Nintendo 64, right? Everyone who had a Nintendo 64, whenever we talk about the games that we loved, we all know what we're talking about because we all had the same games because there's only 10 good games on Nintendo 64. We all played all of them. But with the Commodore 64, it's so gigantic that that yeah, you can have 1,000 people in the same room who all grew up with it, and no two of them even played one of the same game. And most people have not heard of most of the games that I played. Try me, says Sparrow. Sparrow is a Commodore 64 super fan. And even he's been stumped. So we're playing some janky trash games. That's a lot of what I do here. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome in. Is that Nerdad? Uh, I am sorry. I almost missed you there, but welcome in. Definitely grateful to have you here. I feel like I missed a bit of the chat and the excitement of the raid there. Um, we're playing I play a bunch of janky trash games anyway, but we're playing a bunch of Christmas themed games right now, getting into the spirit of the holiday. I've got all of my decorations hung with care, and we've gone through, what have we played so far? We played Santa Claus Jr. and Days Before Christmas. Right now we're playing the Grinch on Game Boy Color, and this so far is the worst game that we've played. It is it is it's not the worst in concept, but it's very frustrating to play because the controls are very not responsive. Uh, Frownie's lawyer table. Now, I'm definitely not qualified to hand out legal advice, so I never would. But if your lawyer's desk looks like mine, you probably need to seek out better representation. uh, Chozo says, I had Mario 64, Banjo, Blast Corps, Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Snap 1 and 2, Mario Kart, and Diddy Kong Racing. I played all of those except Diddy Kong Racing. And I know that that's a beloved classic that I don't know how I missed out on it, but I know I am odd for not having played it. And also, what, Pokemon Snap 2 on the N64? Does that exist? Do you mean Pokemon Stadium? Pokemon Stadium 2. Blast Corps I rented, but Mario, Banjo, Ocarina, Mario Kart, I owned all those, of course. Uh, they ported all those to the C64. That's my dream project. I would love to see. I would love to see a complete Like if I had infinite time and like any programming knowledge at all, which I have absolutely zero. I have negative programming knowledge. Um, and definitely not the time. But if I like if I found a magic lamp and the genie asked me for gave me three wishes, I would say just one. I want you to port every Nintendo 64 game to the Commodore 64. I want a demake of the entire Nintendo 64 library on the Commodore 64. And you could keep the other two wishes. The best I could do is some crackers with chili and this used copy of RoboCop on NES. Now get out of here. No worries, Chozo. I want FromSoft to make a Zelda 2 remake in the style of Dark Souls 3, Chozo says. Once I play Dark Souls 3, I'll probably agree with you, I imagine. Working on a new version of my C64 Wordle clone. I hope progress on that comes along smoothly and quickly. Yeah. Here's your C64 in 100,000 cartridges for just the child phase of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Well, I know there would have to be some corners cut and some concessions made. I don't expect the like the this I don't expect this a fictional C64 with the N64's capabilities. All right, I definitely I know what I'm getting when I ask for demakes. I want the spirit and the essence of the games translated. uh, Oh yeah. Like Sparrow said, is it similar in spirit to when there's a GameCube and a GBA version of a game? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's just it'd just be a representation of the game. It's a- as as complete a vision as you could accomplish on the ancient hardware. After getting every achievement in all three games, Chozo says, I think Dark Souls 3 is overall the best in the series. And we'll get to that maybe in 2030. Blastcore is a hoot. Blastcore I didn't own. I rented that one, and I only kind of vaguely remember it. I know, I have a little additional knowledge about that game. I know that it is horrifically difficult to 100%. Dark Souls 2 lover here, favorite of the whole series. So I've done one playthrough. I've done Dark Souls 1 and I've done Dark Souls 2. And I would say prefer 1, but I really had a fine time with 2. I I didn't dislike 2 by any means. I thought it was a lot of fun. Cows, welcome in. Great to have you here. We're doing a lot of chin wagging at the moment. I should get back to pressing some buttons. Dark Souls 2 is the hardest to platinum, Chozo says. So this is like a top-down almost like it's like a puzzle stealth game. It's actually, uh-oh. I hit one of the shoulder buttons and stretched the game out. I hope it wasn't like that for too long. This is hideous. It's kind of a very frustrating game, though, because it doesn't control well. It's very easy to walk past turns you intended to make, because it just doesn't read your change of direction on the D-pad. And so a lot of the times when you die, you feel like it wasn't your fault. And that rapidly removes what little joy there was from the game. Did a Souls marathon a couple years ago. Again, this year still holds the top spot for me, but I enjoy them all. I'm a real latecomer to the Souls games. I only played the first one a couple years ago, and the second one I just finished earlier this year. But I play this. I play them completely blind. I don't look up any outside information, and I forbid the chat to help me in any way. So I play them very poorly. But I've made it to credits. I made it to credits in the first two, so I'm feeling pretty good. And yeah, I'm gonna loop back for Demon Souls. I'm probably gonna start it up probably late next year. I did my first marathon in 20. Wow, that's not that long ago. In 2023, it was all new to me. Excellent, massive GGs. He beat Ornstein and Smo with a crossbow. That's probably one of my finest moments in my whole life. It took a long time. It was an epic 50-minute battle. The boss fight took me 50 minutes on my winning attempt. I don't know how long it took with all my failures. Several nights of failures. Several nights of grinding souls to buy arrows. But my winning attempt was about 50 minutes long, and I 200%ed Smo. Because I was trying so hard to double KO them. But, that didn't work, and then to my horror, I learned that, when it didn't work, the one that survived got all of his health back. Oh, that's a shame. I remember that lesson. I got a egg on my head too in Dark Souls 1, and I had that egg on my head for probably about 100 hours of my playthrough. And I didn't even know that it takes away half your souls, so I was in no hurry to get rid of it. And I spent half my playthrough earning half the souls from every fight, and no one was allowed to tell me. I didn't figure that out until I got rid of it, just sort of by chance. I found the thing that cures it when I was just stuck and exploring randomly. And it took me a couple nights after I'd gotten rid of it before I noticed what its effect had been all along. Chompy McBiteface, my beloved. So many fun memories. So many fun memories. But I plan to do Demon Souls next year. At some point, I'm going to loop back around and do Dark Souls 2 again, because I played the Day 1 edition of Dark Souls 2, and I know that I need to play the Scholar version of it, or, that I can play that one. Later on and have a different experience with it. Having the ability to knock the enemies down like that is nice, but I really don't trust it. Oh no. Only played the Scholar the First Sin. And I happened to find a copy of the Day 1 edition first, and so that's the one I went with, and I'm glad it ended up being that way, because that gives me a solid excuse to replay it down the line. Not that I really need an excuse to replay a game, but a game that's like that big and that much of a time commitment, it's nice to know I'll get something different out of it. Bedtime calls. Hey, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the follow too. Appreciate you coming on board with us. I hope that you sleep well and have a fantastic tomorrow. Uh-oh. I think I should not have done that. Yep. Alright, we'll be okay. Let's go. That's the stage. I think I got 2 more ice levels left. How was I supposed to know I was going to immediately have to jump in that doorway? It's so rude. Go up first? Ugh, I don't know. It's a real shame that, like, when you get captured, it doesn't restart you on the screen that you're on. You have to work your way all the way around again. It's just a constant battle with the controller. Big problem I was having there was that when you duck down and bark, the duck isn't, you don't hold the button to crouch, you toggle it with a press. Press for duck on, press for duck off. And then when you bark, it takes a long time before it will read another button press to come out of the duck. and which you have to do if you want to jump. So to duck, bark, unduck, jump, I want to do that really quickly, and you can't because your inputs won't read fast enough. There's a window of time after you bark where you just can't come out of the crouch. I need to throw away this attempt. I think if I lose a life, before I even clear that house, I'm better off just restarting. Lucky there. Okay, they want you to go all the way around here. They don't want you to cut that corner like I keep trying to do. Oh, he still caught me. Why'd he run for so long? How do I get back? Oh, great. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't go up there. Alright, done with that section. Run. I need this level to be over with soon. Abysmal. Oh, it's not fun. It could be fun, but it's not. I prioritize going up here so I can learn about what horrors await. I only have a hypothetical ability to learn in practice. In practice, all learning is forbidden. Well, now I know what's up there. And it's just as bad as everything else. Go through the thing. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Alright, well, from the top. I was actually coming around on this game last night. At the end of last night, I was feeling ready to walk back some of my negativity about this game, and I mean all of that goodwill has been burned. A rookie mistake. Never has it been better said. So, like, look at this. I'm gonna go to the right, I'm gonna hit that obstacle, and I'm gonna move, like, 90 degrees to my character's right. Right? Like, you always... That's how it seems like it's supposed to work. Right? Because if I hit it from this side, I move down. If I go up, it'll move me to the right. I'm gonna go up and it's gonna redirect me right. Like, that's gonna be very important in just a moment. Some Chips Challenge influence. Unfortunately, I've never played that one, so I can't spot any such influence myself. So now, watch. Every time I hit a surface, I'm going to be redirected to the right from the direction I was going. Except that last one. I guess I was. Alright, maybe I am. It's because there's two close together. I thought that one worked differently from the way the other ones did. But I'm wrong. I'm gonna let you down there, Sparrow. I watch exceedingly little current television. I watch exceedingly little old television too. Same, to be honest, but this one's one of the ones that caught us and we're hooked. For those who can't see the chat, where Sparrow's talking about pluribus. I wanted to say Polybius. That urban legend video game. It's good show so far, EpiPen says. Polybius is intriguing. The only thing that Jelly and I watch that's currently in production is Taskmaster. And we had been watching Columbo for a good while, and we've almost run out of episodes of that. It's easy to take a break from and save episodes of Columbo because it doesn't work like a modern TV series. Columbo is more like a series of movies. All the episodes are independent of each other. Oh, that's annoying. I think, "Oh, that's annoying" is like the tagline for this game. Every episode has to end in a cliffhanger. That's so they can get you to binge watch and keep your streaming minutes, like consecutive streaming minutes, real high. I don't understand how it works, but I know there's some nefarious purpose behind it. They should release the whole show at once then. Ah, no. The Game Awards. I can't think of words to sufficiently describe how disinterested I am. It, really any, like, media award show. Games, movies, music. I don't know. I've never really gotten the appeal of any of those award shows. Couldn't agree more, Frownie. Probably why we got on so well. I mean, if someone enjoys watching them, I'm not gonna stop them. I just, I just can't imagine mustering the enthusiasm to care. Hey, sorry, Gama. Good to see you. Don't care about any award shows. Look at the recent streamer awards. Their streamer awards. Golden Globes and etc. are the same way. You'd literally have to pay me to watch that. Like a week ago. I feel I'm around my people then. I mean, I guess, like, I can understand that you would be interested. Let me try and take a really charitable interpretation. Like, if there's something that you really, like, if there's a movie or something you really like, and then, like, you're happy to see it win an award because then you interpret that to mean that other people liked it too. And so, like, you know, that's good if there's something that you like and then other people are also enthusiastic about it. But, like, I just think that's more meaningful in your immediate friend group than, like, an anonymous pool of people that decides an award. And it's a lot less meaningful when it's an award for producing a piece of content given by the industry that produces that content to themselves for producing it. I should host the annual Frownie Awards and give myself every trophy every year. It would be approximately as meaningful. So much for that charitability, right? I tried. I just finished watching a movie my friend was the executive producer on. Right on. I hope it was good. Bloodborne is probably the greatest thing in all of existence, Chozo says. People who help produce the games, voice acting, music composition, etc., actually get individually recognized, albeit being pitted against each other for an arbitrary award. I can definitely see why it's meaningful to you if you're part of the group potentially receiving the recognition. Just dropped on Tubi. It's called Breathe. What genre would you classify it as? Liam's also the kind of person who knows voice actors and level of detail that most might know, might not. With the kind of games I play, there's not often a lot of voice actors to be recognized. Don't get me wrong, I know that there's plenty of, like composers and various unsung heroes. It's just amusing that voice acting was the example we focused in on. Bloodborne has one thing stopping it from being perfect, Chozo says. It runs at 30 frames per second. That's a detail that I can't imagine I would even be capable of noticing. So it couldn't be a point against it in my book, at least. And evidently there's a lot of movies called Breathe. It's the one with a gun on the cover. I don't use Tubi. I think I have it on, I think it's one of the apps on my TV, but I've never, I think I've seen it on there, but I've never used it before. Don't mind it in Tubi. They made that weird AI biopic starring Harry Potter. What? Weird Al. I thought you were, yeah, Weird Al. I read that as AI. I thought you were talking about like a completely AI generated film. I read it as AI as well. Big moments of slowdown on the PlayStation 4 version. I think I need to go upward before I go down. I don't know. Weird Al Jankovic. Oh, I've got to get out of this level. If I beat this, I get another password. I need to make that happen. No, I haven't played either of those, Chozo. I've never played any McDonald's game. I've heard that they're both really fun. I've heard that McKids is actually supposed to be pretty fun. Donald Land is brutal. Well, we'll probably play it at some point then. They're using Grinch in ads currently. I think I saw the Grinch in an ad for something. I can't remember what it was for though. I think it came on before a stream. So I would have had it muted. Very effective advertisement. Since I can't remember the product it was for at all. No, why didn't he turn? Maybe it was just to advertise how cool the Grinch is. The Grinch has tried to trying to counteract some of his negative reputation. It's kind of strange how, like, with, like, the Grinch, or, Ebenezer Scrooge from A Christmas Carol. Like, if someone compared you to the Grinch, you would probably assume that they meant that you were like the Grinch at the beginning of the story. If someone were to compare you to the Grinch, you would probably assume that they were insulting you. And like the same with Scrooge, right? If someone called you a Scrooge, they would probably be saying that you are lacking in the holiday spirit. But like both of those characters at the end are transformed. And so like the comparison should be quite positive. But that's not what sticks. When like with other characters and other stories, like if someone compared me to Walter White, I wouldn't assume they were comparing me to Walter White at the beginning of Breaking Bad. I would assume that they would be comparing me to him at the end of the story. So it's just really weird how like characters who undergo a change, like one version of them is the version that's fixed, and it's not consistently from the same point in their story. The Grinch at Universal is pretty cool. It's like being Megatron. I don't know the media that Megatron is from. Hey, Buddha Fingers, welcome in. Merry Grinchmas. And to you as well. Or being Gaston at Disney. Well, Gaston doesn't go through a change, right? Gaston is he's a pretty static character. Megatron is Transformers. If someone called me the Grinch, I'd say they're right. I'd much prefer to sit at home alone with my dog than participate in loud holiday celebrations, Cal says. I mean, I've kind of agreed. I don't really want to be, I don't really want to be anywhere particularly loud. If someone called me the Grinch, I'd assume they were complimenting my looks, Duck Something says. Megatron doesn't change either. I much prefer a quiet night with close friends over anything that's loud and crowded. Oh, I've got a. It's gonna take me a moment to get to that one. All right. In the case of the Grinch and Scrooge, Buddha says they do undergo transformation, but neither of them embark on that willingly. So the comparison of a character makes sense that it would be for their base nature that they were instilled with. Then the dramatic change, it serves that they're both cautionary tale characters. So of course it makes sense to take up the ill version. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'd have to think about that a lot because, like, what exactly does it mean to embark on a transformation willingly? Like, does anyone ever? Does anyone ever make a change willingly? Like, I mean, what does that mean? Because we don't choose the things that motivate us to make changes, right? The instigating like factors are things that come upon us outside of our control, pretty much either way, right? Like in the example of Walter White, he didn't go out and buy lung cancer from the store. Frodo in Lord of the Rings willingly took the ring and changed willingly. I mean, he didn't will to inherit the ring from Bilbo. I'd have to think about that a lot because what is the change that Frodo goes through? Like that's the thing. He's every character is acted upon by forces outside of their control. Mm. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. It's a little bit difficult because we're comparing too many different pieces of media now. I can't hold them all in my head simultaneously. But I don't know. I haven't read The Lord of the Rings in a long time, so like I don't know that I would argue that Frodo goes through a change as dramatic as Scrooge's or the Grinch's. I don't think that his core personality is as radically different at the end of Lord of the Rings from the beginning, as Scrooge's personality is different at the beginning and end of A Christmas Carol. By the end of The Lord of the Rings, is Frodo the complete opposite person that he was at the beginning of The Lord of the Rings? Like, I think that point could be made if Gollum didn't bite his finger off, and Frodo successfully claimed the ring and overthrew Sauron, and the book ended with him as the new Dark Lord, then I would say we have a comparison. Like, I'm trying to think of characters that that undergo a transformation. He was naive and happy once, and that's gone. I'm not saying he wasn't affected in some way, or changed in some way, but I'm saying the change isn't as dramatic. The change that he undergoes isn't a reversal of polarity, where he goes from one thing to its exact opposite. This conversation is hurting my brain, Choso says. It's not the, it's probably not the type of conversation that I am intellectually equipped to carry out effectively on the fly, and it's very difficult in an asymmetrical format like this. It's like arguing Star Wars lore. Alright, let me get a fresh start at this. Hey, Uncle Muscles, welcome in. Alright, let me quickly... Let's just scroll through the chat here. See if I can gather anything. A pinch to grow a Grinch. I need to. I reread through the Hobbit last month, and I would like to read through the Lord of the Rings again, but it's a big time commitment. So I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. At the beginning of Lord of the Rings, Frodo was Elijah Wood. At the end, he was Daniel Radcliffe. Would you agree that Scrooge and the Grinch are both cautionary tales? If they did not undergo the change, they would both be the worse for it? Yeah, I would agree with that, Buddha Fingers. Yeah, come on, Frownie, we're parasocializing with you. This convo's fun, but we can stop if you want. I just don't know how to make progress. I just don't know how to make progress. It's fun to think about, but it's like arguing if the Jedi Council is bad. I don't think there's a right answer, just fun stuff to banter on. Sometimes there's no progress to be made, true. Went to Lord of the Rings trivia recently. It was wild how difficult the questions and how deep the lore you had to know. There's a lot there. There's a lot there, and yeah, I definitely don't know how some people hold so much detail in their memory. Lord of the Rings fans are like that, Cow says. A lot of fans are like that. The fans of a product are a leading reason of avoiding said product, Zergling says. Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh no, I have to go in there. That's a cave. I have to go in. Oh, gross. I don't like the way this is designed. No, getting back out of here is not going to be fun. Ah. This is such a massive level. Ah. Okay, now I have to work my way all the way back. Cool. There. No, I don't have, I can't afford to blunder so early into the level. And yet I keep doing it. I'm having such a hard time here. Come on. It's a dog-eat-dog world. It sure is. At least you can say it's a blunderful playthrough. Do I want to say that, though? It's not really a playthrough, because I'm not making progress. It's like a play into. I can't seem to escape this game. Hey Greg, welcome in. Fell asleep last night, 7. Woke up to the stream you raided into, Castlevania. Oh yeah. I went to midnight stream. Hey, Fall Taco, welcome in. Always happy to join a Castlevania attempt in progress. She made it to Dracula, couldn't beat him. Going to try again next stream, I guess. I didn't, that's a shame. I didn't get to hang around to see whether or not. I thought, I had assumed she would probably keep going until she beat him. But, you know, post-stream, I've only got like a solid maybe 20 minutes worth of energy left. So I hung in there for a while, but... She was struggling to Dracula and her reactions to losing were awesome. Dracula's tough to beat. Took me a long time to do so myself. I don't actually remember what my first time beating Dracula was like. Castlevania is one of those games where I feel like I knew a bit about it the first time I played it. Like a lot of it, because I played it quite a while ago before I was very strict about my blind approach to games, and so I feel like I knew a fair amount about it before I played it for the first time. And that probably helped me have a much easier time, but I don't really remember the first playthrough very well. I have a clearer memory of working on trying to beat Castlevania with no items, and when I had to learn how to fight Death without the holy water cheese, and again Dracula without the holy water cheese, and particularly against Dracula. Like, learning that, especially his second phase, is super easy to manipulate. Like, once you... Like, it's not obvious, but I don't think, but once you work out that you can basically control his movements, in phase 2, he becomes quite helpless. Death without holy water never got any easier. I only get past him with luck. I don't have any strategy, technique, or skill for getting past Death. Trying to Dracula out the water easily. The kneeling strat was a revelation. yeah, Dracula's real. I mean, phase 1 Dracula requires a little bit of luck just so that he doesn't spawn on top of you, but he's not likely to do that enough times in a row to completely drain your health bar. You need luck for damageless more than deathless there, but phase 2 Dracula, yeah, if you just if you just go up to him and kneel, you can get him to jump over you so he can't lock you into a corner, and then he's just really easy to walk back and forth across the screen and chip away at his health bar. I just watched someone do the death and Drac fight with only the whip, and wow, I've been there. It's pretty tough. I haven't done it well, but I've done it. No, that's what I was saying. Once you know how to manipulate phase 2, he's one of the easiest parts of the game. But it's tough to work that out on your own, or it was for me at least. No! I didn't think he would turn back. Thought I was further along in this stage than I am. He wouldn't turn. We were having a good run there. Now it's all trash. There's no way I get through this now. It was just one life. Oh, I've been on this stage for what, an hour and a half? I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not doing any better. And again, he didn't turn. I don't know where you have to perform the input if it's something wrong on my end. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's just... I wish I did, though. Oh, I got very lucky there. No! I also got very lucky there. Even if I do clear out this whole area up top, I have this down here at the bottom to worry about yet, too. I should probably actually be doing this part first. Because it looks like you're meant to come in and back out of here, and the other area looks like a one-way trip. No, that's fine. Uh, didn't seem like I was gonna make it. I can't see where I am. Yes, finally. Oh, I'm finally free. What a disaster. Quick, give me a password. Grinch decides to make a sled. He rifles through his bins of collected junk, throwing odd items over his shoulder. But I don't have the parts I need. I'll go check the junkyard, and the sooner the better. I feel like we are a long way away from the end of this game. I think I'm going to be playing this until Christmas of next year. Hey, Derek Ocean, welcome in. I don't want to start the next world. That was so bad. Oh, I didn't understand what that was. I thought that was a collectible. Oh, these are robots. I thought it was like an ET alien. No! ET alien is like spectacularly redundant, right? No, they got me. This game is still going. I think this game's going to be going for a very, very, very long time, Derek. It's very difficult. Yeah, that's what I said. Until Christmas of next year. Tell it to stop. I wish I could. I would much rather this game didn't exist. The decision to play this has been one of my all-time greatest misfortunes. That pink robot is a major problem. Okay. Oh, it's just a hiding spot. What? Oh no, I'm running out of time. And I chose the wrong side there. Uh-oh. What? How did I miss? I disagree. Quick. Oh, there's nothing in here. Okay, we got it. These last two stages have been radically easier than the ones immediately before. I don't understand how the water works. That's a new, That's a completely new piece of terrain. Uh-oh. I need some snowballs. Run. Yay. Why is everybody hanging out in the center there? You know what? I just now noticed. I've been playing this for almost 6 hours, 7 hours. I just noticed that it says how many items we have left to collect over there on the right-hand side of the screen. I didn't even notice that number at all until right now. Every time I've been picking up one that might be the last one, I've just been hoping that it might be the last one. I didn't know there was a counter that would definitively tell me. It's been staring at me the whole time. I may be the least observant human being on this entire Earth. Well, what is this? What's going on here? I don't like having to use that attack. That attack is very unreliable. No, I was trying to turn. Bogus. Those robots are giving each other high fives. Okay, so that takes me back out if I disagree. If I need more snowballs. These dogs are wasting all my time. No, I didn't pick up any snowballs. I'm the worst. It's really hard to tell when I am and am not sufficiently hidden. Okay, please take me outside. Let's go. Had to waste 2 snowballs on that robot for some reason. Oh no, I didn't see. Didn't see that enemy down there. Oh, there's a new Street Fighter movie. 45 seconds of pure awesome, the trailer is, Derek says. I'm glad that, seems to be satisfying. Supergirl also looked okay. I seem to recall there being a Supergirl movie from like the 80s or 90s. I feel like I watched it when I was young, and I don't really remember it. I remember a sense of being generally very perplexed about what was even going on in the whole movie. The 80s one is pretty wacky, okay. So my general sense of confusion is perhaps justified. The only thing I really remember about it is something about her, like, being trapped in a bubble above a crowd of people. Maybe I'm misremembering Superman 3. Doesn't he get trapped in a bubble at the end of Superman 3? The screenwriters must have played Contra. They know how deadly bubbles can be. I think that's Supergirl. I think the machine. I think that weird, like, computer. I think it also trapped Superman in a bubble at one point. Not really like a bubble, but like a bag that, like, shrinks around him. Maybe I haven't seen it in a long time. Zelda 2, another game with encounters with deadly bubbles. Yeah, they float up when you're trying to jump across the pits, right? I like the '84 Supergirl movie. Haven't seen the new one yet. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid. I don't know what I think of it. Other than my aforementioned general sense of confusion. New one comes out in June next year. I doubt I'll rush to see it. I don't really tend to make time for any of the superhero movies. But hopefully it comes out alright. I think I still need to go into that pit back there yet. Keep messing up that part. Feel good about it. Will you move so I can get out of here? My frustration is through the roof at this game. Yeah, I knew about that show. I didn't see much of it. I think I saw one episode because it crossed over with The Flash. And Jelly and I had been watching that at one point. The Flash is my favorite of the Arrowverse shows. I liked the first season of that. Come on. I think we watched the first 2 seasons and then abandoned it pretty early into season 3. I think that was how far Jelly and I made it. It was alright. It's pretty wild how a lot of those shows are... Those, like, WB, CW shows are... It's wild how identical those shows are. Like, Buffy, Smallville, The Flash, like, they're all the exact same show. And, like, they're, like, structural level. Hey, Shadow Play, welcome in. I do think Buffy is better executed than the other two, but that may be a lot of nostalgia bias. This game is treating me poorly tonight, Shadowplay. It was I have struggled with some nightmarish levels tonight. Like on night 1 I made it through 20 levels. No. Yeah, 20 levels. On night 2 I'm gonna be real lucky if I make it through 10. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, they're gonna reboot Buffy. I'd heard that. I doubt I'll bother to watch it, but you know, hopefully it's good. Rebuffy. No. I think this current life is basically toast. Well, maybe not. If I can sneak out through here... and time that right, let's go. Oh, I got really lucky there. For the blue and purple creatures, I think they're robots. You're a jank one, Mr. Grinch. I should have titled the stream that. Oh, no. I just gotta get one more. No, I haven't seen any of the Street Fighter movies. No, he got me. I've never had a particularly strong interest in Street Fighter, though my cousin, when we were kids, did have one of them on the Super Nintendo. It's like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the SNES. And I did play and enjoy that. I was down to one left and I got robbed by that whole situation there. I'm mad. I'll do this whole stage again now. It's so difficult. So I played a bit of that, quite a bit of that when we were kids. I was never any good at it, but we would have fun with it from time to time. And when I lived in Korea, I got into Street Fighter 4 for a while. Basically, just because everyone in our office was playing it, so I kind of had to get into it. Again, I was never any good at it, though. I've never cared much about fighting games. Street Fighter 4 is great. Got Street Fighter 6 on the Switch too. It's great too, Derek says. Love Street Fighter and King of Fighters, Shadowplay says. I played a lot of Super Smash Brothers, but I don't play it. Like, a lot of people take that game real seriously, right? And, like, for me, it's just a wacky party game. Like, I like to play with, like, maximum items and all kinds of chaos. And I don't really care about the competition of it. I just want, like, as much silly things to happen as possible. Could never get into it. My nephew loves it, though. Smash Brothers is a party game, that's all it is, Derek says. I like the real fighting games. I've had some controversial opinions in the chat tonight, and that might be the very most controversial one. Could never get into it. My nephew, it's too hectic for me. Yeah, and that's what I like about it, is that you can make it just really chaotic and silly. What? Oh, no. Oh no, this is the wrong way. Yuck. Rip. Oh my goodness, there's so many levels where in this game where I get stuck for so long. It's brutal. Gives me ET vibes somehow. Well, I compared the robots to ET. They kind of remind me of the general shape of ET. I can see it. We had a copy of ET when I was a kid, and it was a VHS copy, and it wasn't a duplicate of a tape. It was recorded in the theater. It was a hyper bootleg. Yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street series. That's like It's like Tales from the Crypt with Freddy instead of the Crypt Keeper. Run! I've never successfully broken out of that ice before. It's a miracle. I have a feeling I'm about to trip at the finish line once again. Freddy's Nightmares. Oh my goodness. Finally. We still have to do one more level before I get a password. Yeah, I've never seen the show, but I knew of it. Or I know of it. I didn't know of it when it was a thing. Remember, Tales from the Crypt really terrified me when I was a kid. I was afraid of the Crypt Keeper, and there were like portions of a couple episodes that I saw, and they really freaked me out. There was one where like a guy gets eaten by a vulture, I think. It's pretty scary. I loved it. It was too intense for me when I was little. I was real little. Like I wasn't supposed to be watching it, but I would catch pieces of it here and there anyway. Derek says loved it too. This episode of the vampire that worked at a blood bank. I don't think I saw that one. Uh-oh. I'm in big trouble now. To get very aggressive. Hey, Bort Jams. Good to see you. Outer Limits was a cool show. I remember that show existing, but I don't remember anything specific about it. I feel like I also vaguely half remember another episode of Tales from the Crypt that was about a butcher or an ice cream truck driver. Someone who wears like one of those all white uniforms. But I don't remember what it was about, and I don't remember why it scared me, so there's really no point to me mentioning it at all. Maybe they were serving frozen ketchup as ice cream. Oh, I can hardly think of something more evil. Where else can I even go that I haven't been? Oh no, the rest of the collectibles don't seem to exist. The Grinch is scratching his head. I'm scratching my head. This would be better off if they just made it a traditional platformer or something. I actually think that this is fitting, right? Like, what does the Grinch do? He sneaks around and collects things in the movie. So, like, I don't know. I think they made a good choice for the type of game that they made. They just, unfortunately, it controls poorly, and it makes it really frustrating to play. I was expecting just a mediocre traditional platformer, but that's kind of what I always expect, because when I think video game, I assume platformer by default. Every other genre of video game is really an afterthought to me. But I wouldn't be unhappy with this if my turning inputs didn't frequently get eaten, and then I feel like I get robbed of my, It's not a terrible idea, just not yeah, exactly. It's a decent enough idea, but it's very poorly executed. Bold of you to have expectations after all of the jank you've played. You know, old habits and all that, cows. The Grinch laughed a mean little laugh. And he made himself a Santa Claus outfit. And he laughed all the while at this great prank. It's time to steal Christmas. This is going to be a kick. Alright, let's go. Alright, well, I don't think we'll complete another whole world unless it's just wildly easy. But we can get a sneak preview at least. This is a pretty rad version of Jingle Bells. Yeah, next time on Agent Frownie. Oh no, look at this. Now there's keys. That's the new mechanic. There's keys and locked doors. We haven't come across this situation before. I forgot I didn't have any projectiles left. No, he got me. Oh. Oh. I see what you're going for, Zergling, but I don't even know how to say that. Okay, so this key was basically free. Wow, there's a lot of eggs in here. And extra time. Rip. Alright, well, we see what's coming up next. I think that's where we gotta wrap it up. There's no way I could play this for 3 or 4 hours and not get another password, so I can't risk venturing too far forward. So, I guess we'll play this next time. Maybe, we'll see. But that's gonna be it for tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow or not. There's a chance I might stream tomorrow, depending on how my day goes. So check the Discord tomorrow evening, and I'll let you know. If I do, we'll play this again tomorrow, I guess. If not, then I don't know what next week's gonna look like. Jelly has 2 dentist appointments next week. Early appointments on Monday and Wednesday, so that jeopardizes my streaming ability on Sunday and Tuesday nights. But I won't know until the day how it's going, really. If I could shift my schedule a little earlier, like maybe we could stream from like 10 to 2 instead of 11 to 3, then it might still be possible. So I'm just gonna have to ask you to be a little flexible, my friends. And I'll do my best to keep you informed at least a few hours ahead of time. But I'd like to stream tomorrow if I could, so we'll see. Good job clearing 10 levels tonight. I know it was brutal, and I only did half the levels of yesterday. Thanks for a lovely stream of a terrible game. Thank you for being here. Let's raid out. Let me see who's still alive and what they're doing. Alright. I haven't forgotten about Disaster Report or Chacon. Both of those I do still want to get back to, but Chacon I know I've got to play on a night where I have a lot of time, and if I'm ever gonna have hopes of making any real progress, and that just doesn't happen all that often. I'm gonna send this over to Sark. Sark is playing Tetris on NES for retro achievements. And he said he wasn't gonna do this anymore, so I don't know why this is happening. So I want to go this way just to find out why. It's seasonally appropriate, too, because Tetris is full of music from the Nutcracker, right? And that's a Christmas. I don't know what that story has to do with Christmas, but I think it's a Christmas story. But good night, my friends. Thank you for being here. Be well until I see you again. Hopefully that'll happen real soon. Maybe even tomorrow night if we're all lucky. But for tonight, we're all done. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.